USA! USA!
Walker Zimmerman is a Titan.
Oh,
Yes.
my God. Look at those eyes. I could get lost in those things.
Beautiful.
And the man bun, two-time MLS Defender of the Year. Before we get into the conversation about the U.S. advancing and he's in Qatar right now, before we talk to him about soccer and winning and the United States, Stugotz is going to give us top 5 man buns. We want to see how Walker Zimmerman feels about the man bun list.
I'll tell you this, Walker Zimmerman has naming rights to this top 5 list. It is the Walker Zimmerman top 5 man buns of all time. How about that?
Congratulations,
Yes.
Walker. One of the many prizes you have won by making America proud. Number 5, Stugotz.
George Washington.
Okay, excellent.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yours is better. How about that?
Number
Founding
I
father.
agree.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Gareth Bale.
I also think mine is better.
Number 3.
Charlie Whitehurst. You don't know who he is, do you?
I can't even picture it. I can't even picture it.
Just picture Jesus with a man bun, dating Jewel.
Number 2.
That sounds kind of nice.
Yeah.
On a bearskin rug in front of a fireplace, not wearing much clothes. Number 2.
Patrick Rafter,
I don't know who that is.
a tennis player.
Raph.
Old
Raph.
tennis player. Number
great
1.
hair bun.
Number 1.
Kelly Olynyk.
I don't know who that is either.
This went well.
How,
Kelly
are you guys
Olynyk.
sure that my naming rights are on this list?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Walker
Yeah.
Zimmerman
Yes.
top 5 man.
I think he
bun.
wants to
All right.
disassociate.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want
He rejects
Yeah.
the list.
All
because
right.
he had a Canadian number 1. Big mistake.
Sorry.
How scared were you, Walker, clearing the ball off the line at the end of the game after it squeaked past Matt Turner? All of us were terrified. Well, Chris Whittingham couldn't bend over for about 3 days because he was so scared. And the end of that game had a lot of people hyperventilating. Where were you on feeling pressure?
I was fine. I knew I was going to get there. I think more worried after I hit the ball that it wasn't going to hit Shaq in the back of the head. I wasn't worried about getting to the ball. It was more like after I hit, I'm like, oh gosh, that could hit him. But no, after it went out, I felt really good about our chances there.
In that moment, did you see the fear in Matt Turner's eyes? Because the still has been circulating on the internet. I haven't seen eyes that big in quite a
Honestly,
while.
yeah. Now that you mention it, I can remember seeing his face. A little bit of panic there.
What can you tell us about the scene afterward with you guys celebrating how festive that was?
It was great. I mean, we're definitely celebrating that win in the locker room. We FaceTimed Christian in from the hospital, made sure he was in on that. And we were all just pretty happy, but ultimately that's not our end goal. So I'm hoping we'll celebrate a little more after each and every round.
How's Christian's penis doing?
He's great.
Yeah.
He's doing well.
Mm-hmm. Good. I'm happy to hear that. We need him.
It's
I mean,
America's
yeah,
penis.
Yep.
It's America's penis. We
Yeah.
needed doing well. Long live Captain America.
Do we know if he can play at 100% in that condition? I know he says he's going to play. He's kind of important for scoring purposes.
No, I'm sure he'll be good to go. He's been in the training room a lot, but he's feeling good. His vibes are high. I think he looks strong and healthy.
It's remarkable that he actually trotted back onto the pitch, because I think every man here at some point in their life has been hitting the junk and taken out and been incapacitated for a little bit. Have you ever been hitting the junk so hard that you needed to go to the hospital? Because that's what happened to Captain America. He was hospitalized because of how hard he was hit in his bathing suit area, and he's going to be ready to play on Saturday.
I've never had to go to the hospital for something like that, but I mean, that just tells you how hard he must have gotten hit, because that was wild.
Yeah.
Putting his body on the line, I love it.
What do you regard as the best game you guys played of the 3 games? Was it England?
I would probably say England. I would. I think just given the nature of the game, the importance of the game, the quality of the competition, and then just the exciting style that we played with. I thought we had some really good chances and probably could have walked out of there with 3 points.
Walker, when you came into the game, there was an intent to shift to a back five, and you guys were very clearly going to defend. Do you thrive in those moments? Because the rest of us were scared shitless. Yeah. Were you sort of like, yeah, I'm coming in for 18 minutes, and I'm going to head every single ball that comes out of this area, and this shit's going to be fun?
100%. That was exactly the mentality was, man, I see how hard these guys have been working for 80 minutes. I'm going to give everything I have for the last 18 and make sure I can try and bring in some composure, win some aerial duels, try and bring energy onto the field and make sure at the very least we're walking out of here with a 1-0 win.
How long did that 9 minutes feel to you? Because to me, it felt like 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it felt pretty long. I think, honestly, when we kind of looked over and saw the 9 minutes, we're like, 9 minutes for what, you know? But at the same time, that's kind of how this tournament's been going. A lot of stoppage time. We knew it would be a lot, but 9 was seemed a little excessive.
Has that been an adjustment? Because soccer players are kind of used to, all right, you know, you kind of look at how the game's gone. Yeah, that's maybe 5 minutes. And at this tournament, 5 minutes becomes 9 very quickly. I know that that's only a difference of 4 minutes, but when you're sort of used to playing the game in one way, and then all of a sudden you get to this tournament and the rules are, well, we're counting every single stoppage. I heard on a broadcast they said that there are 3 people that are keeping track of stoppage time, so they get it precisely right. Is that an adjustment?
I think from a physical standpoint, it is. I mean, you look at some of the games and, you know, you're getting 20 minutes of stoppage time. And so you're basically playing a whole, you know, period of extra time every game. So I think that the numbers are higher, the physical load is a little bit higher. So it's certainly, you know, have its impact as everyone continues to play, you know, 105-minute games.
Were you surprised against Wales how quickly they were allowed to throw that ball in? I mean, to us watching on television, it didn't even look like it went out of touch.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I mean, we all kind of stopped for a second because it was so clear that it was out by a good bit. But I mean, that's how it goes. You know, sometimes you get calls that go your way, sometimes you don't. That's kind of what makes this sport exciting. So, unfortunate little piece of luck for us there. But now that game's behind us, and focus on the next one.
What's the coolest part about the hotel you guys are staying at? I've read and heard that it is like the best hotel there, private beach, your own private areas. Like, what's the coolest thing going on there?
Oof. Yeah, it's been amazing. We definitely, you know, can't complain about our digs right now. I would say, you know, one of the funnest parts about it is some of the rooms have crazy balconies that kind of overlook the city and the water. And we do like a yoga session out there, a lot of us, and then we're just overlooking everything, just like up there in our sliders, just sweating like crazy. But just like looking over the entire city while on the balcony is pretty unique.
Who on the team is enjoying this experience the most? Like, is just taking it to a whole new level?
Oh my goodness. I would say DeAndre and Sean Johnson. They have been just the ultimate teammates. You know, I know Sean hasn't gotten to play. DeAndre got a little bit in the first game, but they are just the ultimate teammates, making sure that, you know, the vibes are right, the music is right. You know, after the win, we were on the bus and DeAndre's on the speaker and he's playing High School Musical. You know, he just knew the mood, what we needed, and we were soaring, we were flying, and it was a perfect song for the moment.
What makes you feel most foreign out there? What are the reminders that you're not at home?
Probably just the no alcohol with the like environments. Like when you go to these games and, you know, it's usually like extremely rowdy in these types of situations and scenarios. And it is a little bit different. It's a little bit more tame in the stands and like around the stadium itself than maybe other big tournaments. But, you know, we did get one day, we got to go to the souk, which is like the local shops, and like just walking around. I had never been to the Middle East before, really. So it was just like a cool different experience, like seeing all the trinkets, the rugs, and just the market itself was a good cultural experience for us.
Have you felt any limits on your freedom?
No, not at all. You know, I think if anything, it's felt extremely safe. We're obviously already in a bubble anyways. You know, we have a lot of security around us and aren't really going outside the hotel too much anyways. But it's felt, I think the best part about this is everyone who comes feels super safe in their environment. And that's a big plus for this World Cup.
Do you find it as breathtaking as we do how corrupt FIFA is?
No comment.
It's a heady play.
When you guys are doing these like gorgeous yoga sessions on this balcony, who's like the most intense about the yoga?
It's definitely Sean. He's our leader. He's our yoga instructor. You probably already heard his voice before, but it's just this very deep and relaxing, setting your intention for today's practice. And like he gives like the whole spiel, like he knows the vocabulary of running a yoga session, that is for sure. So he's into it. He does an amazing job. Like honestly, he should get a little sponsorship from some kind of app after this, if we record one of them.
Are you tired of hearing about how young you guys are? Because everyone keeps pointing out that you're the youngest team in the tournament.
I don't think we're tired of it. I mean, it's just like it's just a fact, and we're just accepting it. I don't think it means anything different to us. I think we know we have a lot of confidence and we believe a lot in ourselves. And, but I don't think we're tired of hearing it because it's just a fact. It's true.
The coolest person that you've heard from since advancing to the knockout stages. I know prior to the tournament, you heard from President Biden. That was pretty cool. Greg put him on the speaker. Has anybody reached out to you personally or to the team collectively since advancing?
Yeah, we have a little quote wall in our player lounge, which is another sick area, probably the other best part of the hotel. And so we have some celebs who have been sending some quotes in. Eric Thomas gave us a little private Zoom inspirational talk before the tournament. But yeah, we have, trying to think, we got Mr. T came up today. He sent us a quote. Tom Brady. Tom Brady sent us some stuff. Draymond Green, Drew Carey. We got some other celebs on there. So
I sent a quote. Did you guys see it?
An inspirational quote.
I did. I sent it. You didn't see it?
Might not have made the cut.
Mr. T, what did he have to say?
That's awesome.
Honestly, I don't know. That one just got written up today, so I haven't had the time to really look at it in depth. But it's probably just like no pain.
I pity Iran.
I pity the fool.
Walker, I'm a longtime soccer fan, day one. And so I am wondering if you, like me, are tired of all the people who are jumping on this bandwagon.
Oh, I don't think we care at all. I think the more the merrier. Right. We want to inspire more fans, and I don't care if they're jumping on now or if they started before the tournament or 25 years ago. We're welcoming to all of our fans.
What's going to happen to the Netherlands?
What do you think's going to happen?
I'm asking him. I'm not asking
We're
you.
going to win the game. We're going to move on.
Yes, he guaranteed it.
Oh, wow. No, that was a declarative sentence.
It wasn't a guarantee. Would you like to guarantee it? Because he just did declare it. He did declare that they're going to win. You're a big underdog.
That's fine. No problem. I think kind of the mentality of this group is we're confident in ourselves. Don't care what the odds makers are saying or what people outside are saying. We believe in ourselves and believe in this group. So we don't want it to end yet.
Who were your soccer idols growing up?
Man, probably, I mean, my oldest brother, I loved going to his games. What a unique, he ended up being a punter in college, but I tell you what, I'll never forget watching on the sideline. He's like 15 years old and he's scoring free kicks from behind half field because his leg was ridiculous. And he would just shoot. And it was so fun. He'd like take goal kicks and I would just not even care about the game, just watch how far he could kick the ball. So that was fun. Other than that, I mean, I grew up not really like having a favorite player, favorite team, just kind of like watch random games. But I do remember, I think John Terry, his mentality was pretty special to watch. So that was a center back that I tried to copy his mentality.
No posters on the wall?
I had a couple in the room of actually some old school national team players. So, Josh Wolf, Kobe Jones, Brian McBride. And it's fun now, Landon Donovan, to now have met those players and have relationships with them. And yeah, it's crazy to think of how they inspired me growing up, and then to think that we can be doing the same for other kids is really cool. Because
of the youth that we're talking about, did you find early on or even recently that you're on the pitch sometimes with somebody and you're simply awed that you cannot believe that you're sharing a field with that person and you have to snap out of it because you're playing against that person? Not really. I think in the moment you're just, so focused and not really caring too much about who you're going up against. Obviously we've gotten to play some big players, whether it's, Bale on Wales, Harry Kane, whoever on England. And, we got Van Dijk has obviously been a special center back to look up to. So there are big players on every team. It's the World Cup. And, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but, you look at quarterfinals, you see a guy like Messi. I mean, the opportunities that we have to play against some of the best is really fun, but I don't think any of us are going into the game
thinking, oh my gosh, we're playing against so-and-so, because we actually have a lot of really talented guys on our team too.
Do soccer players at your level dismiss NFL kickers thinking if I gave this a month of training, I could do it?
I think it's athletes in general. You always see something like, guys who love to golf, like, give me 3 years of private lessons. Like, I'll be out there. And I think any athlete's the same. Like, you believe so much in your specialization. I don't know that we could, go to the NFL level, but I think anyone on this team, especially with how young we are, would be like, oh, I got kicked in college 100%.
No, you got to go. You've been so gracious with your time. Something to look forward to on Saturday. If you indeed make the starting 11, there is a matchup to look forward to on set pieces. You're as good as anyone in the air for the U.S. Virgil van Dijk is obviously a special center back. Can figure into the set pieces. Are you titillated by this potential matchup on these set pieces to go toe-to-toe with one of the best in the air?
Oh, I'm excited. I mean, that's definitely a part of my game that I think has made me and my career unique, is the ability to score off set pieces. And there's not one set piece in the game where I'm going up thinking I'm not going to score. So I know he probably has that same mentality, but I'm definitely going in thinking I'm going to not one home for us.
Do you have the better man bun of the two?
I would say so.
You dominate it.
I don't know.
You dominate his
Try
wasn't
looking
in that
at
list, though.
His
Try-
naming rights.
Yeah,
I mean,
try looking at him straight in the eyes too. That might work.
Yes.
Those peepers,
Yeah.
man.
Just
Jesus.
hypnotized.
Yeah.
He'll be hypnotized. Walker, congratulations. Thank you. Looking forward to you guys, as you guaranteed, winning on Saturday and continuing on at this point to win the tournament. To win the tournament. Entire thing. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Stugotz just segued seamlessly from US Go States.
I did do that.